more food. To increase your agricultural output, you can now build canals to irrigate your fields. Canals can irrigate land up to 3 tiles away. You need connection to a body of fresh water or to swampland on the margins. Note that intersecting roads with canals would create canal bridges. If you wish, you can use Chinampa to extend the arable land available for farming or other construction projects. Chinampas are tightly packed soil and decaying vegetation to reclaim land from swamp or shallow waters. Finally, you can place hunter lodges to bring in meat as a secondary food source. Unlike most buildings, hunter lodges do not need a road connection as long as a storage facility such as a granary or a poultry yard accepts their meat. Dig out enough canals to irrigate 50 fields of farmland and store at least 4 loads of meat in your homes or other storage structures. So that's what we need next. We made some money as well. Let's take a look at our unemployment. It's still just 1 citizen, but providing more jobs is going to be good. And so Chinampa actually costs resources to do, and it is the drying up of the swampland. But the first thing we'll do is just dig a canal. So let's plan it over here. So that's where it's going to start, and then it's going to go around here. And it's going to go back here because this needs access to a canal as well. And then you'll also want to connect this, and it will create a bridge like we have been told. So let's extend this road as well so that it connects to that. And this swampland will be enough to funnel water in here. Plus the other project we want is we'll figure out where animals are. There are animals right here, so we'll be putting out a hunter's lodge, and it can be over here beyond this. And it's not actually, it doesn't matter how much how far it is, or rather it does matter, but it doesn't need a road connection. That's what I want to say. Let's put in a bridge over there as well and just speed it up, and they will actually do it. So they will dig up the canals, they will do this, and when the canals get access to water, they'll actually grow these trees around them. It signifies they have access. Seems like we still need a bit more, so let's dig out another canal there. Still no access, so let's try to get another one. It should be working. It is not. Okay, so let's just put this here. Takes time for the canals to fully build. Hover over and check. Oh yeah, they are not built yet. That's probably why. It takes a while. It's a bit unintuitive for me, but yeah, now it actually works. So let's cancel these because they are redundant. And now it's filled, and so it's gonna start filling up over here as well as they are built, and it's gonna provide boost to our crop yields, so it's gonna be good. Plus this hunter's lodge requires labor still, but our housing should be having plenty of free slots for our people to live in, so that should be fine. Let's take a look at fruit trees. I'm gonna put a couple more over here. Let's check the granary out. You'll be putting in meat as an accepting order, and this porter still accepts pottery. It says it has no pottery on it, but I can see a piece of pottery in there. So it's probably because it's less than 100 pieces, because somebody took a bunch. But definitely it's on there. So that is done. Now let's take a look. Sentry post is necessary. Let's take a look at the housing services. So sentry post, another 1x1 structure. It provides security, so let's put it here. It requires a worker as well. A rounding error, basically. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could still benefit from more clay and pottery. I'm probably gonna put down more jobs for it. I just rotated the game because I'm used to copying structures under my cursor with Q, but that's not what happens here. So let's put in a couple more kilns, one clay pit, and then another sawyer as well over here. and let it happen. We still have plenty of 3 slots, so it should be fine. And when our people are actually done with construction, I'm going to start developing a proper stone road. We should have enough money to support greater imports of stone now, so it should be fine. It is pricey, but we need it, so let's build it. Okay, Hunter's post is currently operational. It doesn't have a captain, but it has 2 hunters in it, so that's good. This is working as well. Yeah, we've got 700 people now, so that's 70 workers working in our city in total. We still lack some labor, but it's not horrible. Needs more diversion. It needs plaza, so we could be building a plaza at this point, but let's take a look at it. Right. Plaza is huge, and it also acts as a road, so it intersects things. But if we put it right here, it's actually a pretty decent spot. It covers a lot of the housing, and the walkers will actually not get confused in it. They will not get lost in it. They will still do their things with the housing, so that's fine. And there's an improved sweeper even. So yeah, you can have evolved buildings like this. When a service building gets enough desirability around it, it will actually evolve. Some of them require the other things like aqueduct to provide fresh water access to make bathhouse or sauna into a bathhouse, and same thing with the water dipper provided with fresh water. So you kind of want to also know where you put your well dippers in and saunas, because then you want to provide aqueduct access, and it's not as simple as in Caesar, where you actually need access through a stone road to the actual cistern and then to the actual thing, and it needs to be within 9 tiles. So it is a bit more complicated. Money seems to be fine, so that's good. Industry seems to be good. Needs more nutrition. Needs maize to develop. I'm not sure how are we doing on maize. Yeah, it actually looks like we will need another one, so let's put in another farm for maize, and let's do 6 tiles again, like so. Let's put in a canal in the back of it, and here let's put in a road. Do the tents have market access? We'll check it out. It seems like they do. It's probably just a shortage, really, because we are just not making enough food. I think it was just that 2 farming sheds over here are just not enough, really. So we need another one. Also, this land isn't great for farming on. I think it's gonna be pretty abysmal for farming, actually. Oh yeah. We could do this. Actually, cancel that. So I'll put a farm shed over here. Let's put in some of this. And canals in the back of it. It seems like we cannot fit some of them around here, so that's a bit unfortunate. So how are we gonna connect them up? Just gonna tap this source of swamp water there. With that, not all of it is gonna get access to irrigation, but that's fine. So this should ensure enough maize is being made. We could do with maize imports. Yes, I could import maize. If it's cheap. Is there a way to check prices on things? It's probably in the Empire screen. Goods. Trade. Price. Maize. 25 schmeckles, right. Yeah. How much do you sell pottery for? 125, yeah. It's not great to import food, I don't think. Usually in Caesar it's pretty abysmal, like it can only feed a couple of houses really, even on max quota, unless you do custom empires when it has a lot. I like this canal. It's nice. How come it is nicer? It's because the structure is on it, like a quayside, I guess. That's nice. You can write directly into the Twitch chat if you want. I think people wouldn't mind that. It would be also better for me so I don't have to switch between Discord and OBS. Imports could help, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Just gonna give it a little bit of time so that people do what's necessary. We've constructed the stone roads, which is nice. There's an improved sentry post. It doesn't actually have a worker on it currently, so that's an issue. Needs cloth to develop medium cottages. We'll do that eventually. The tutorial is gonna lead us to it. For now, we just need meat. So the hunters, they still need more labor, so let's just let them do that job. And it should get done. These things are done, that's good. Also, we need to make sure that they can actually reach that granary. I don't think they can from here. So that's gonna be an issue. Can they reach the porter yard? They can. But what I'll have to do is set up a granary over here. Just going to accept maize. Let's do 12, and then this one is gonna get it. And that's gonna help. It's gonna require 2 more workers because granary does require 2, but overall it should be better for us. This canal is getting built. Yep. Now it gets some irrigation, that's good. Cloth and pulg. You can now grow magway, which is non-edible crop. Magway fiber can be woven into cloth at cloth weavers and fermented into pulg, a luxury beverage, at your breweries. Note that magway must be harvested by your farm sheds before it can be delivered for processing. Place enough fields of magway to support 2 cloth weavers and 1 brewery. As with other crops, magway must be placed within 8 tiles of farm shed. Then stockpile at least 4 loads of cloth and 4 loads of pulg in your trading post or porter yards. Okay. What I want to do is... This is our farming area, but it's not really that great. We would have to put it here and then probably get it. Which doesn't seem like it would be too great, but then this porter yard doesn't actually do anything else currently. So it probably would be fine to have it like that. Yeah, Perspective Games Twitch. Welcome, welcome. It's gonna be much better for communication if you are here with us. And I'm actually gonna do something real quick. Where is this? Doesn't want to find you for some reason. I'm gonna have to copy that. Yeah, it doesn't want to find you. Probably new user, right? So that's maybe why. Maybe I can do that through OBS. Let's take a look. Welcome to the developer. Oh yes. Oh yes. Very excited to have him around. I wanted to add a role, but I think your account is new on Twitch, and so the Twitch doesn't seem to be able to register it too well. Might have to do that later. I'm gonna try again, but... I found you now. Good. You are our new VIP. You deserve a patrician title. Because you make a remarkable job at making this game. It's really something. I'm not a hugest fan of some of the older Impressions games like Emperor and Pharaoh just because of their jankiness, but you did manage to really do a lot of the things right, which they just fail to do miserably. So from me, it's a huge thumbs up. Right, so what we do now is we'll make this mug with magero. So that's your crop that you use for weaving fabric as well as making your booze. So let's just put it right here. Let's put a canal around it. And then we'll connect this canal up to this. And we'll put a road right there for future access and connect this road up like so. Then we'll want to have a porter yard over here, and we will put in industry, which is over here. So let's go and do cloth weavers. Actually, I didn't want to do that, so let's remove that. Cloth weavers, and then let's put in another one, and it's gonna be a brewer, and we can actually use this to make a sort of an inroad there. Plus we want to dry up this swamp because in future we might actually use it for something. And speaking of drying up swamps, let's go ahead and dry up these swamps over here. It's gonna take resources, but that's fine. It's nearby our fortress, so I kind of want to dry it up. We also have a visual bug that overlaps with this if you have a sprite of the fortress. And also this, so it kind of overlaps with sprites currently of the buildings. That's not a huge deal. Still allergic to hotkeys, I see. Oh yeah, very much so. No, you deserve it. You deserve all the credit. The game is really good. It has a lot of potential. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really good eventually. Especially if someone is like really into Mesoamerican culture and things like that. I personally am more of a fan of Romans or Greeks, but if someone is really into this sort of thing, they will absolutely enjoy it a lot. Like I don't hate it. The setting is good. It's just, you know, Romans are kind of special to me, so it's just not really cannot really compare the two in my eyes. But that's just me. That's why even like other Egyptian themed games don't really speak to me all that much. But Mesoamerican actually is more interesting than Egyptian or Persian to me because it's just not that common to see a game like this. And so it has its charm going for it. That's for sure. So let's keep building this. It's gonna take a while. I love Rome as a setting. It's just a bit saturated in terms of game coverage. Oh, for sure, for sure. That's why I was mentioning like this one actually isn't, and that's what makes it interesting because not many games or good games actually cover this setting much at all. And so it makes absolute sense from game developer perspective to focus on something like this. I can totally get that. So how are we looking on population? It still is developing, so that's good. It has everything it needs. It needs more healthcare, so providing sauna, herbalist, or dentist. Let's take a look at our healthcare. So we can have a herbalist, but for a herbalist you need herbs to work, which herbs are made by a gardener, which actually places down. You need to make gardens for him to tend. Gardens are good for desirability as well. So we want to put this guy down. Let's make it happen somewhere. I'm just gonna put him over here. And let's put in some gardens, even though, yeah, I guess I'm gonna make some plots first. Like that, and then put in some gardens over here. For the purpose of the tutorial, I don't think we'll need all this, so I'm just gonna place down the medium gardens back here for him to tend. That's gonna be fine. Herbalists can work without herbs, but only at 50% efficiency. Okay. Right, makes sense. Let's put one down over here. Looks like the coverage is solid. It covers absolutely every house. This wouldn't be happening at all if you had this road layout in any other Passions games. Title would be explosions everywhere. So this is gonna work. It just needs more materials. I guess another mason might be good actually. So let's put one down. That's still drying up. So let's put a mason there. and we'll be getting, oh yeah, set up the market orders, I guess, or the porter orders. So we'll be getting cloth, and we'll be getting pork, which is the drink. So we'll be getting that, and this is gonna accept that. So accept cloth, accept pork, and that's gonna be good. Now we should have everything for that. It'll just take a while to build it, I think. So the gardener is done. It doesn't have labor currently, but it's gonna get fixed eventually. Would it be pork or poke? I'm not sure. I like I said, a lot of these names of things in this game are gonna be a lot of trouble for me to pronounce, and so, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna go with confidence and so it's pork. It's probably not, but just, you know, ignore the butchering of the Aztec language. Right. So Plaza is working. It actually has 3 facilities in it, and it has a singer slot as well. It's insane. The amount of workforce. This home needs access to a healthcare and they need cloth and stuff, so they will be getting it after this industry is set up. They still don't really do it. I think our masons are busy, basically. That's what's happening there. Most likely. Unplanted, no, he's gonna plant it, yes. And he'll be tending it, so he's gonna receive his stuff. And Herbalist is providing 5 healthcare, it has 1 worker in it. Now this is built, good. Wikipedia tells me it's pulke. Pulke, okay. So pulke, it is. Let's try to remember this. It's not gonna be easy to remember this. Okay, so this needs to have labor still. It also needs water, so the canal should get built eventually. Does it require resources to build a canal? Yes, it does. That's why it's taking a while. So it requires clay as well as timber. Let's check our stocks. Looks like sawyers are actually full. This one is not, but these are. And clay pits are... they're fine. We shouldn't worry about that. And money seems fine as well, that's good. So let's watch this work, hopefully, soon. They have a farm already, so we should be farming some pulke. Canal is done. That grain post is crammed with clay. Is there room for potter exports? Probably not. But it shouldn't be like that, right? Can export that clay and then only get a certain amount. It should have space, maybe it's just the numbers were wrong a bit. It seems like it's full, but it shouldn't be, right? Because it should have enough space left for this. I just tweaked that, so it... Okay, just let them clear it out. They'll buy it up. It's not gonna be a huge amount of money. Yeah, it might be a visual glitch as well. I hope it's not functionally impairing the functionality of the warehouse, you'll see. For now it's fine. And they just emptied out the clay pits. Right now, this is just completely full and it doesn't actually... it doesn't actually deliver to anything. Oh, it did. It just did. Right, okay, good. Good, good, good. So we need more Maggi. 32 plots. I've got 32 plots of it. And so it wants me to produce it. So it's just gonna wait until it happens, because it currently is being stockpiled in here. But we can also do this, where we just accept a bit of it. I don't want to really make another farmstead for it, or farm shed. Still expecting you to put down more Maggi plots. It's possible. Let's check out the fertility. It's pretty abysmal. But we could... come on. could put it here. It's not the greatest spot ever, but it will work. Let's do a canal. Ten out of 15 refers to crop output per year. Ah, right, okay. Good. So we're gonna make another one. Should be close enough for this to work. Yeah, now it wants me to do goods. I think we have a lot of people though, so we'll probably want more industry. So let's add another brewer and then another cloth weaver as well. Because we should have enough mage for it. Still, labor with all is gonna be a bit strained for now, but that's fine. Eventually we'll have enough workforce. Let's take a look at our city. No unemployment. Can we see how many people do we have space for in our entire city? That would be kind of useful to know. Because you can hover over individual houses. Some of them do have a lot of space left. It's just I don't have an easy way to just see it at a glance. Which might be good. Under the first advisor tab, I think. Employed, domestic service, total wage bill, common. These are people needed, so we need 7 more workers, and we need 3 nobles. Population demographics, space for 66. Alright, yeah. Good. I just noticed. So yeah, this should work. Let's let them accumulate the goods. They will be depositing it though, so they will probably start consuming it pretty quick. Yeah, it's fine. Just let them have it. Yeah, this is a large cottage already. It's access to more healthcare, console building, sauna, dentist. Yeah. So we'd be doing that, but we don't have access to that just yet. Ideally, it would be nice to have some housing close to the mega industry, so you might need another market. Yeah, for that we would definitely need another market, but we could do it. There is a granary over here, and if we get a porter to get some pottery over here, we would be fine, I think. So let's put down a market over here. Let's plan some housing. Even though it is going to impair our ability to really get other things going, it's fine. Let's cancel that. Just put some of it like that. I don't want to fill it completely in, but have a bunch of extra housing. It's not gonna, I don't think there is a malice for having unemployment, so it's probably not a big deal to have that. But it's not good for immigration, that's for sure. I think that's the main sort of thing. You don't want to have immigration issues when you don't have jobs. Let's put that connection there. This looks, oh yeah, this needs to be like so. I'm just butchering this design. But yeah, okay, let's have it like so. This looks decent. So we're putting in a sweeper and a sentry. Then we'll be putting in, let's do a gardener. So we have some gardens over here. Let's do another shrine. We do have more gods now, so we've got this guy, Quetzalcoatl, which is god of wisdom, smiles on our scholars, physicians and priesthood. He has a longer rivalry with Tezcatlipoca, which is this god, which is god of night, adds color to the festivals, smiles on rebels, spies and slaves. And we've got Huitzilopochtli, watches over soldiers. Yeah, right, these are temples. Right. Quetzalcoatl. Okay, good enough. Let's put in Stone Road immediately. It's fine. So I'll have it like so. Plus you'll want a well dipper. So let's put him down over here. Collector as well, but for now just keep this simple. So yeah, more labor closer to our actual farms. That's gonna be good. This is also evolving, a lot of evolutions going on. Hovedzilo push today. I'm never gonna be able to pronounce that correctly, I'm sorry. It's just not something that naturally comes to my tongue, unfortunately. Gonna get immediately sacrificed. Okay, let's put this guy here. Let's get a housing plot. Got a lot of tents right now, so they need a water dipper, which is gonna, well dipper, which is gonna happen very soon. We need more cloth. Yeah, I'm thinking we add another industry for cloth weaver. Just put him here, that's fine. And let's get some pottery over here. So let's get pottery. Do we have a surplus? We could actually do it more. How is our clay looking? I think we are selling a lot of it. So let's put in a clay pit. Opening trade. Now that you have new industries in place, it would be beneficial to have an initial trade partner. The Tlatoani, who permitted us to settle on this island, have their capital at Azcapotzalco in the north, and they are open to buying our cloth and pulque. Go to the Empire map using the button below the minimap and open. Oh yeah, the button was probably elsewhere before. No, it's not below the minimap. It's top left side. Revenue sources. Yeah, you can sell pulque and the cloth, but we are kind of like filling our local demand for it. For the most part right now. Let's delete that. I'll want to do a clay pit, but let's put it over here. Let's do 2. And I need more kilns as well, so let's put them here. And I want to dry up this swamp, so let's put in Chinampa. Dry that up. And it will be doing a road. It's gonna go like this, and then like this, and there. I'm probably butchering it myself. Okay, so we'll both get front seats for the next execution, aka ritual sacrifice done. At least I'm not gonna die alone. That's good. 3 cons is probably all we need for this whole town, is it? It feels like I don't have enough because we are exporting a lot of it. I want to kind of fill that export. Even though money is, I don't think we'll need more money ever. Let's put in a collector. The canals look really nice when you have adjacent things to it. I really like them. I'm gonna open up the trade, but for now let's just keep this simple. We'll want a proper trading post for it, so let's put it here. And I think we can probably stick with this town in terms of the tutorial if you want to play the next mission as well. Because it's, I think I designed it better than my last city. aka city. It was not a huge city or anything, it was pretty mediocre actually. Not especially well designed. And I think I want a farm shed that is going to go ahead with some fruit trees over here. It's probably too far away, but this can probably service it. A lot better integrated, yeah. Just understanding of the mechanics, it's just you can get really shoehorned into thinking that you should stress about things that are just not an issue in this game. So yeah, It's just, it took me a while to really adjust to it. This is still getting, oh, it's a road. It just needs extra tiles. It was because I put my swamp drying on it. So that's why. Still pottery is being depleted, but we have a lot here now, which is good. So we've built this. Let's get cloth 8 and pulk 8, and we will be trading it. Which means that this is an empire map, so let's take a look at Aztec Polaco. Open trade for 1500 axes, and then we can see what they buy. So they will buy from us. They import pulk, maize, and cloth, so we can do that. 5 pulk and 10 cloth. So let's do that. With your new trader at open, you will need to allow at least one of your trading posts to conduct trade with Aztec Polaco. Either set an existing trade post to accept any as a trading partner, or preferably build a new trading post and set it to trade exclusively with this city. Make sure your trading post is set to export both pulk and cloth. Yeah. I'll be doing all of it. Actually, this needs to have this city, right? Aztec block. Oh. When you set your UI to be this big, it sets it here. For some reason, the city, when you click on this, it appears here. Imports, exports. Gardens improve the beauty of a neighborhood and can therefore help housing to develop. And you can yield medicinal herbs to treat illness. However, they must be tended by a gardener. Build 20 tiles of gardens within 2 tiles of housing. They must be within 12 tiles of a gardener. Okay, that's done. Now that you have cloth and pulk in storage, you are ready to place some elite housing. You go to the housing tab and place 2 noble compounds in scenic location. And then ensure they are serviced by a marketplace. At least 1 shrine, sweeper, and a well dipper, and Dolpocatli, and alcove, and herbalist. You should also bear in mind that nobles will need servants to attend them, so make sure you have enough common housing to accommodate full workforce. Okay, so now it wants us to place elite housing. We also have quite a few people now, so let's take a look at our labor. We have a lot of space. It's just takes a while. That's fine. Some Tisley and Tlatoani event on an ice. No, I'm not reading all that. It's not really friendly to me, pronouncing all of these things. So we need elite housing. I think we need a new block for them, really. So we should probably be building it here, and maybe give them their own marketplace as well. Not too sure about that just yet. Let's give it a minute just to get everything going. We need more people. Yeah, still vacant jobs, so it kind of sucks. We'll have to wait a little bit. They want a plaza. I don't think the plaza reaches these guys. Yeah, it doesn't. It's a bit of a shame, really, that it doesn't count. It's not like in Caesar where the walker actually has 2 tiles of range, so if it gets past a little bit, it doesn't count. It needs to have that thing in it. You can see the fluctuation of people is actually getting quite a bit higher than we had before. So a lot of people going around their business, working, going to their housing. Each worker needs to have a house where they actually live, and they need to eat, and then they go and work. So that's what they do. And then services provide stuff when they pass the housing. Sweeper is at 50. Some healers and wise men went on a nice walk from the person on the white woman. So Google tells me. Okay. Yeah, it's just the Aztec language isn't really very kind to my Czech mind. I just cannot wrap my head around it. Okay, so we will do something you wouldn't do in Caesar, and that is just place something over here. I could even... I'm thinking, maybe we just put the nobles in the middle. That could also work. Just put it here, yeah. Okay, so let's just plan a road. There are some rocks over here as well. We should do stone roads actually. Yeah, you just cancel that, cancel that, cancel that. Let's put stone roads. Put one there. Pyramids are quite exotic, yes they are. Let's put a road around the temple, so it will need it. It's fine. The plaza acts as a road as well, so we could kind of incorporate that, but I don't really want to. Let's put in some nobles. Let's do 3 of them. And I'll need several services for them. We'll see what they need after they are built. But we'll certainly want a gardener, I think, because we'll need... Actually, do we have access to monument building yet? Not yet. Okay, so let's get a gardener. And then fill this in with small gardens. That last row actually is pretty bad. But we can put it on the back of it. Even if it doesn't get really purple covered absolutely everything, this is gonna be fine. Does the market reach them? We'll see after the road is built. Just let it happen. Needs timber to develop. Oh, right, yeah. That's a bit of an issue. Where is our thing? This doesn't actually need that much cloth in it or pulp in it, and so it's gonna get timber. Where is it? Get timber. Are our sawyers keeping up? Yes, they are. Check now, even with the preview. Okay. Yeah, it does reach some of them. This one is not reachable though, so maybe we just don't have that. It only wants 2 of them, I think. So let's just remove this one, maybe we figure it out later. Which means that we will forget and never have it. Just kinda need to plan for it, otherwise it's never gonna happen. You know how it works. Alright. Some of these services might actually get full soon, we'll see. Especially the... where is our plaza? Or alcove, yeah, alcove is pretty high up there. Let's take a look at it. I'm gonna be building a new alcove over here. But you should put a 3rd on the northwest face on the plaza. Yeah, we could do that, right? I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing I've ever done. It's just... okay, well, can we have that? Probably not. It's desirability of it all is gonna be a bit of a problem, but it's fine. Can figure something out. More security, right? Let's put in a security post over here. You'll want to do another sweeper, I think. This one will get a bit lost in the plaza, it seems. But it still does service these, so it's fine. That's what they really want, just the nobles. Need more common housing, right? Our population is growing though, so yeah, it should be fine. Looks like the nobles are unemployed currently, so that's a thing. We need more commoners. We'll see if this works. When we get timber in here, that should help. It has everything. It has. It needs alcove. This. We could just evolve them. Yeah, we should probably. I haven't been doing that. So let's put in an alcove. I can probably figure out a spot somewhere for it. Yep, have it there. You should be making loads of money now. Sweetheart, just commoners are needed. sauna, a dentist. Yeah, large cottages are good. Let's just keep that for now. Temples and plazas. Finally, you can now build grand temples to either Hizakukotle or Tlaloc to allow your people to venerate the gods, and plazas to provide more space for entertainers. Your temples should ideally have access to pulque for both ceremonial use and consumption during festivals. Constructing a temple will require not only stone and clay, but also artwork from your masons and gold artwork from goldsmith. Your goldsmith does not require raw materials to work, but does need raw access to a marketplace as a source of gold. Okay. Let's put in a goldsmith over here. Let's put in a temple. Who's a Potley? Let's put him here. That should be fine. And these people, I need to tend to them properly. Needs more diversion. Yes, we have done that. It's just the labor of it all is still a bit tight. I hope that our food is good. We will accept some meat in here as well. Maybe some fruits. So we've built some fruit trees as well. So we should be doing that. Might actually need a specific... Yeah, I might add a farm shed over here. It's gonna just get some trees going. Actually, if I'm doing that, why don't we just do it so that it actually has a use? No. Cancel doing that. Let's put him here. It's not good for desirability, but that doesn't matter. Okay, the temple really wants that though. Okay, the temple wants enough roads around it. Well, I'm just gonna put it elsewhere then. You can just have a place here, that's fine. Let's put in some trees for fruits. That should help, and then we do a road that's gonna connect up to the fortress. That should be good. Speed it up a bit. See what they want. They have everything they need. Good. Because some of them are full, so definitely want more. So our population grows. It is growing, but some of them are children. I think you can see that in the demographics tab. Children 26%, 53 children to be exact. You have some elderly, but it's just 1%. So they've got everything, which means that they'll probably evolve soon, but it takes a while, as I mentioned before. It's not instantaneous like in Caesar. Needs access to a marketplace, really? It seems like it reaches, but maybe not. You could put in a new one, but it's very far away from the source, so this housing might actually be a bad idea. So we've got modest estate now, 2 of them, good. Temple is not yet complete, we are building it, so let's just do that. And they are producing artwork in the goldsmith, so that's good. These have evolved, that's nice. Needs more religion. So this temple isn't doing its intended purpose, so let's add in Tlaloc's shrine. If you save the game, I could take a look later. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure what you mentioned, but I'm gonna send you the save if you want to take a look. There you go. put in a common housing plot, I guess. Since we know it's gonna get fed. Because these guys are probably not gonna get access to marketplace ever. Let's just remove that. But we still should have plenty of space in the actual city, yeah. They want more diversion, but I'm kind of fine with medium cottages, but the game will want us to evolve it. So what does it want? Plaza, right. Plaza is giant, so it's gonna have to go somewhere. It can actually act as a part of the road network, so let's put it here. That's gonna be fine. It's right next to alcove. It's absolutely humongous. With a full array of goods and services available, ensure that at least half of your common housing develop into large cottages, and that at least 2 of your noble compounds develop into modest estates. In addition, ensure that you avoid debt and maintain a positive cash flow for at least 1 year. Note that you can visit your advisors for information about your settlement, including sources of profit and loss. I never actually went into debt in this game, so I'm not sure what happens when you do. We'll get more labor soon. It has everything it needs. So we need large cottages and we need modest estates. So yeah, okay. Need to turn profit. It's fine. What does this one? Well, it has everything it needs, right? Provides 25 religion using pork. Debt accumulates interest and prevents you from paying wages. So eventually everyone rents and leaves. Okay. That happens, yeah. I just never went into that, so I don't know like the exact mechanic, like how long does it take and such, but that makes sense. But seems like with the tax collection it's actually pretty easy to get by. I actually need a new collector over here, and we have one here, right? Yeah. So it actually supervises it pretty well. So with all the exports, we are just swimming in money right now. That's good. Money is not a concern. They are constructing improvements, so it's good. So a lot of people going about. That's nice to see. Our labor has also grown. Labor force, that is. We have some unemployed nobles, but commoners are still needed. They will always be needed, sort of. I feel like that's just a constant thing. Just at all times you need more labor. I don't think we actually had an unemployment like ever, apart from just like one. The current Tlatoani throws his goblet of hot spiced cocoa at the wall. Yeah. We need that. You again. We need it in our life. Tutorial complete. Well done. You are now a growing town fit for nobles and commoners alike. When you are ready, you now have the option of proceeding to the third phase of this tutorial. Would you like to keep your current settlement and start over or start over? What do you say? Do you want me to play the other mission, or do we just end it here? It has been 2 hours, so that's sort of a standard for taking a look at something. So we could end it here if you want to wait until we do the next update, and then we can play some more eventually when it's ready. Or you can just go and play some more now. Depends on you. I'm gonna leave it up to you. I probably would be keeping the current settlement. I don't feel like we should set up. Good for tonight? Yeah. Good. Okay, no problem. So I hope that it was at least a bit helpful, and I hope that it has been at least a little interesting for all the people watching. I do like this game. It is quite good. I like how smart the walkers are. It's really good. And apart from that, it is a fresh breath of air compared to some of the stuff we've been playing for ages. And overall, it's interesting. And not many games actually tackle Mesoamerican culture or city building at all. And so it's rare. And the game is for you to grab as well if you want. You can follow the link in the Discord to get it. And if you find any things that are amiss or have any balance suggestions, you can post it in Discord or reach out. And yeah, stuff is still gonna evolve and change. So let's save the game for next time, and that's gonna be it. So I thank everyone for watching and see you around. Bye. I'm gonna actually send you on a raid if you want. We could do some with some more soul. It's probably gonna be someone to raid. Yeah, let's raid Evil Snowball.